First, complete the story below so that it can be represented by the equation 15x minus 14 is equal to 13x. So we have two expressions here, 15x minus 14, and then we have this term 13x, which is part of an expression, and it says then solve for x. And then we have this story here. Elsa's going to buy x copies of books. So we see what x represents is copies of books. And then we have store A and store B. So one of these represents store A and one of these represents store B. Store A charges blank per copy with no other charges or discounts. So it looks like store A just has a variable cost. We know it's a variable because of the word per. So it charges blank dollars per X copy of the books and no other charges. So there's no fixed rate there. So we look over here at the two expressions. One has a variable minus a fixed rate, and the other one just has a variable rate. So this variable here, this term matches with this story here. So this charges $13 per book with no other charges. Whereas the other one, store B, so we'll call this store A, and then this one store B. Store B charges blank copies per book, so our X goes here. So this would be $15 per book, and there is a blank. So there is a blank dollar, either a charge or a discount. So we see that it's $15 per book, but then we're subtracting some dollars. $14 we're subtracting from it. So this is obviously a discount because we're taking away from how much it's going to cost. So we would put discount in here. $14 discount. The total cost with all the charges and discounts is, and they're asking here, is one greater than the other? Does this say that 15x is minus 14 is greater than 13x or less than? No, it says it's equal to, so these are going to be equal. They're going to be equal cost or the same, might be whichever drop down option says they cost the same amount. And then for the equation solve for x, it's asking you to solve here for x. 15x minus 14 equals 13x. We have variables on both sides. We want to get them on the same side. Use inverse operations. Let's subtract 13x from both sides. And this gives us 2x minus 14 equals 0. Inverse operation of subtraction is addition. Let's add 14 to both sides. Now we have 2x is equal to 14, and finally divide by the coefficient, and x equals 7.